third round where the Saints arguably made the pick of the entire draft. 14 total touchdowns, a Pro Bowl appearance, and the Offensive Rookie of the Year. On that note, we welcome Alvin Kamara to the show. Alvin, thanks for being with us.
And thanks for having me. How y'all doing?
All right. Good. Team Adidas right there. I like it. All right. So you were the fifth running back taken last year's NFL draft, but outperformed the four taken ahead of you. How much did you use that as motivation in your rookie season?
Man, I really, went into the draft just, not even expecting anything, just ready to play for whoever took me. So, being that I got drafted to New Orleans, I was just ready to get to work, and I was focused on, making the Saints better.
How do you feel about how running backs are labeled? I mean, up until Ezekiel Elliott was picked 4th overall by the Dallas Cowboys, you had folks out there thinking that, you know what, you can wait until a 2nd or 3rd round to draft a running back because they're a dime a dozen. You can find them anywhere. You got to prioritize other positions. How do you feel about that approach that they had, and how much of an impact do you believe you have had in changing that thing because of your performance your rookie year?
Man, you can say what you want, but I think as far as the running back position goes, you see guys doing it all, from blocking to catching to running the ball. We get hit every play, we touch the ball every play. I mean, it's so many aspects of the game that we're involved in, to where like the value is you can't deny the value of a running back. Just talking with guys like Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell and my teammate Mark Ingram, and guys all over the league. We all talk about it. We know what our worth is, and we feel like a running back should be paid and should be valued just like any other position, like a receiver or anyone else.
You couldn't help where you were drafted, of course, but how do you feel about the fact that you now essentially serve as the argument against using a top pick on a guy like Saquon Barkley? Because even if the argument is Saquon Barkley is even better than a guy like Kamara, how much better can you be than Kamara? And if you have Sony Michel, or even a guy who is not as versatile but just great at what he does, like Nick Chubb, who people are saying could be had in the 2nd or 3rd round, why take a running back up high? How do you feel about essentially being used as the argument against drafting these guys way up high?
Man, these guys, they're getting better and better every year. Like you said, a Saquon and a Sony and a Nick Chubb. Those guys are great running backs, great guys. If you want a great player on your team, you might have to go get those guys early because they're not going to be there later on. If I was in the front office somewhere, I'm valuing a guy like Saquon or a guy like Sonny, like right up there with a receiver or a QB, because those guys, the impact they have on the game is, you can't match it. Like I said earlier, the value of the position, I think is obvious. You see it every Sunday. So, I think we'll get the respect back. Surely.
Alvin, I want to switch gears for a second. Seeing you at a couple Pelicans games, are you all in on this squad? How far do you think they can go?
Man, they balling,
Right?
Coach Gentry got them going in the right direction. The energy in the Smoothie King Center is crazy, electric. So, I try to make as many games as I can and watch those guys ball. Hopefully they take it all the way.
What do you mean, hopefully? I want to know where your confidence level is, Alvin. I want to know, do you believe that they will knock off the reigning, defending NBA champions?
Look here, fly Pelican. I'm with them.
All right. I was just checking. Go ahead, Mac.
Listen, Alvin, don't let him bully you like that, because earlier in the show I asked Stephen A. point blank, who's better, KD or AD, and he still hasn't answered me. So I'll ask you, who's better, KD or AD?
That's because I get confused by your questions. Go ahead.
I'm going with AD. I'm going with AD.
Yeah, correct. It's correct. He's right. Stephen A., he's right.
Well, listen, before I let you go, Alvin, I want to get back to football, because I want to know, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked your man Drew Brees. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him. Have you recovered from what happened to y'all in Minnesota? The luckiest play of the damn century as far as I'm concerned. Have you recovered from that at all?
Man, it's that was last season. It happened. We hate that it happened. We felt like we could have still been playing, but that's kind of what football is. It's ups and downs, and it's how you handle it handle it and shake back. So I think everybody's had a good offseason. You know, we're getting back in the building, getting back around each other. Everybody's worked hard. You know, everybody's looking good. So we're looking forward. You know, we're looking forward to what this season is going to bring. You know, we're ready to work.
Alvin, talk about working, being focused. You know, Max, Stephen A, and I, we're all trying to get in shape. You're pulling Jeeps. Can you please talk to me about that workout? Like, how does that even happen? And how heavy is a Jeep?
It's heavy, you know. Shout out to my guy Colt Coletti. He put me on that. You know, I don't really post videos of me working out or nothing like that. But you know, that was something that was crazy. It was actually the same. It was the same guy that, you know, Odell. Everybody saw Odell pulling that truck with the rope. You know, that's the same guy, Colt Coletti. You know, that's out here in New Orleans. So you know, he just one day I woke up, I pulled up on him, and he was like, "All right, we about to pull a Jeep." And I thought he was playing. Like I kind of turned around and I was like, "Whatever." And he pulled the Jeep out the driveway and attached the yoke to it, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go first." And he went, and I was like, "Man, I can't not go now." So
was it hard?
It was intense, but it was good work.
Wow.
It was hard. It was hard, and a lot of people thought it was fake. And you know, I extend the invitation to you. If anybody thinks it's fake, y'all can come and get in the jungle with Colt and really see what's going on.
You think
Hell no, I'm not doing it. I promise you that. I will tell you this though. I have no doubt that it was hard, but my primary concern was seeing you on cement. Cement has messed up a lot of knees.
Oh yeah, your joints, Alvin. Watch out for those joints.
Yeah, we don't do it every day. We just gave him a little sample.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like 22 though. He can handle
jogging.
World. All right, Alvin. We appreciate you. So looking forward to this upcoming season. Got Drew Brees back. You guys are going to be ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. He's one of the best players in the world when he's playing. So are you on Team Kawhi or Team Spurs this season? A lot of drama. Stephen A and Max making their arguments coming up. And many argue that LeBron James is in Cleveland. So why is much of the future for him riding on this Game 5? Will he stay in Cleveland? Will he go? They'll give you the latest on that.
This spring, give your garden and your confidence a boost. Get more nutritious soil, hardier plants,